2nd and 5. We got Tim. We got Mike. Take it away.
Woo. You know, Sean. Mike. It was Odell. Odell, stop crying, Odell. Odell, come on, stop it already. Baby, stop. This is Papa Cowboys here. Stop it.
You gotta turn on the boomer thing. Turn on the boomer thing.
Hold on. This may help Odell right here. We're gonna try to get this working for Odell. Odell. There you go. There you go. When mommy come home, she'll comb your hair, okay? And take that brown shit off your hair. Anyhow, excuse my language.
Doc McStuffins.
Today, listen, I respect the NFL. I respect the players. I respect everything about football. The one thing I don't respect is when you're crying. When you cry about getting hit. Unless you didn't get tackled at all since Pee-wee, high school, and then college. And then the pros. You went all untouched. First time you ever got hit. You're crying about preseason football. This is Odell Beckham Jr., Mike. Crying about preseason football, talking about, don't play me, play the ball. And then you got Victor Cruz, Mr. Sykes himself, massaging his back, saying, I was so worried about him the way he was getting hit. Yeah.
Look, I try to be in the middle, but here's where this 2015 minstrelsy, effeminate acting new generation has affected his game. This is where your soft serve Rudy Poo jabroni tendencies, your Snapchat and penis pic taking whackness is going to affect your game. Because here's the problem. Even if you didn't like that, even if that really bothered you, why the hell would you go on TV and literally broadcast to every NFL team that I don't like getting hit? Seriously. Like, literally you just told every single team in the NFL how to play you. Oh, we don't like getting hit. So, like, you could have said, it's nothing, there's no love lost. And you could have went back to your locker room, and you could have had your circle jerk with Victor Cruz and complain about it all night long. But to go on NFL Network, go on public when you know you want to cover a Madden and say, I don't like being hit. Now you're literally telling every team to hit you. So now, because you so soft, you're going to make life hard on yourself. Like, that's like the little weak kid say, I don't like getting hit. What happens? Every bully hits that kid. You man up. You say, look, man, it ain't nothing. It's a preseason game, and let it go. No, now you crying about a preseason, guarantee you going to get lit up every single game.
And then, you know what's funny? All these Giant fans, the ones in our group at 2 minute warning, especially Nick. I'm calling him out. Yeah, you, Nick. Listen, you go ahead and you're talking about stats. All right, what does stats got to do? Have anything to do with being tough? That's your job. Does Odell Beckham Jr. have talent? Of course, he has great talent. But mental toughness. If you can't use your mental toughness on the field, how are you going to display your talent? Your rookie year was a rookie year. Nobody really knew anything about you. But then now, you just gave out the antidote about you're being soft. You don't like to be tough. You get rattled in the head. And just a couple of days ago, Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, from his former teammate, said to the world, if you want to lock down Odell Beckham Jr., you got to press coverage him, right? Now, we all say, and I heard, that's nothing. Now, you can't do that to him. But even me, I had him as a top 5 receiver until today. And I apologize to you, Mike. I really apologize to you because I sat here last month and said, listen, Odell Beckham Jr. is a top 5. You know what? I'm sorry. I gotta drop that brother because don't get me wrong, I'm not questioning his talent, but I think what I did was I gave him the top 5 too soon. If this is a immaturity. This is probably immaturity. Listen, this is bad. And then, some fans come and talk about Dez Bryant. Listen, Dez can be a hothead. He can be all that stuff you want, but no comparison. The man brings it every day. And I'm not saying Odell Beckham Jr. is a bad player. I'm not saying that at all. But when it comes down to the storyline of the season, where you go to ESPN and start crying about your teammates making fun of you, and then you add this to this, there's no excuse.
And you know what? Look, this is NFC East, so I don't feel any way saying this. There's a big difference between being passionate and being soft-served. Dez Bryant is passionate because when people he gets up and 9 out of 10 times he gets up with the ball and says, "Bring it." He don't say, "I don't like anyone hitting me." He don't say, "I don't like my teammates is making fun of me." Like, this is my point. And you know what? Now mix it all together. So Tyrann Mathieu says play bump coverage. You know what? I just realized something. Odell Beckham has speed, quickness, and he's not that short. Why the hell did they have to motion him so much last season?
Last year. Yes, they did.
Because they knew the same. They did. The Giants knew the same thing. He can't beat bump and run. So, and trust me, you try to bump and run Dez Bryant, you giving up 6. Let's just put it out there. Like, he's throwing So this is what we didn't notice it because when people don't know you, they don't have a book out on you, you can run these little tricks. You can go from the left to the right side, go back into the slot, and get open. You can do all these little things. But if the jury is out, that if he gets hit and if he's lined up, he gets bump and run, look, you did it to yourself. Because now, here's my thing. This could be some reverse psychology. Maybe he knows he has to get over it. Because seriously, going in an interview and announcing it pretty much guarantees that's what you're going to see all season.
Hey, listen, man, as a Cowboy fan, don't get me wrong, you're going to be happy. But as an NFL fan, I tell you this, I hope it's reverse psychology because that's not the way to go. You mean, listen, this offseason was all about Odell Beckham Jr. You're talking about the Madden cover. You're posing on ESPN at the body. You got so much publicity and doing a lot of things for these Giant fans. And for you to come on like this, I know Lawrence Taylor, the best NFL player in my book, regardless of the position, I'm going to say that, was probably, wow. These former players, they like when you got these newcomers coming in and filling in their shoes. You understand? Mm-hmm. A kind of comment like that, if you're an old school Giant fan, you're not happy. If you just came out of the movie and start watching football, well, listen, that's your generation of soft. I tell you that. But listen, it's terrible. It's so terrible.
You know
now,
I hate to say this, Giants fans, what I'm about to say, you're probably going to hate me. If you see me in Brooklyn, don't hit my kneecaps. I like walking. But this is real dangerous territory. Put it this way, best case scenario, I'm bloviating about nothing. Worst case scenario, this kid could turn into RG3.
Yes, I'm about to say that, yes.
Like, y'all better watch your boy, because this is some RG3 type-ish, where everything outside of football is bigger than football. You going out your way to get all this publicity. You going on Tinder to sing like August Alsina, but you ain't blind. You doing all of this, and then complaining about everything that's football. Now, I'm not saying he's there yet, but I'm saying watch your boy. This could get...
He's on his way. He's on his way. He's definitely on his way, man. Listen, he's definitely on his way. And, listen, but with all the trouble the Giants are having already with the offensive line, Eli Manning, his contract, Victor Cruz now is being reported, okay, it's not his knee, now it's his calf. Coffin's very concerned about it. This is a distraction you don't want. You don't want in week 1 playing the Dallas Cowboys and then going forward. You don't want this at all. And I'm not trying to say we're gonna win, but I'm just saying this is not good to go forward with, because after this, depending how much the media blows it up, I don't know if this kid's gonna handle it. Don't get me wrong, very top talent, but this is not a good thing. This is not a good thing at all, not at all. So Mike, what do we see? If we had to predict the Giants' record right now, what do we see?
Okay, but here's the thing. I hate putting blame on one person. The Giants' struggles was never going to be just based on how soft-served Odell Beckham is. The Giants' problems forever and always will be, is the O-line going to show up or are they not? I think they have enough pieces. They got Rashad Jennings, who's a serviceable back. He actually played really well until he got hurt. So you got Shane Vereen now for third down. You got Odell Beckham. You got Victor Cruz back. Brandon Rubin. He can be great as a number 2. So they have the skill players. They don't have a tight end that I can really think of. And Larry.
Now. He's serviceable.
He's a flash in the pan, serviceable. So they have enough talent on the skill position. The problem is none of those talent positions are transcendent. Okay, there's having Rashad Jennings, then there's having AP, who's going to get 100 yards even if you put 10 in the box. That's transcendent.
Right.
They don't have that. So they need their O-line to be above serviceable. And they drafted some players. I don't know how it's going to look. Week 3, I'll tell you. By week 3, they'll either look at the bottom of the East or they'll be in the hunt.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. What's the backup name? Nassib? Ryan Nassib, right?
Who?
Ryan Nassib, their backup quarterback?
Yeah.
I'm going to predict he'll be the starter by week 3. I'm going to tell you that right now. He'll be the starter by week 3. Eli does not fit that offense. Let's keep it real. I hate the excuse where people say preseason. I judge preseason not by the score. I judge it by when the starters come in, what do? You point out the guys who follow their assignments. If your quarterback doesn't even finish up a drive, then I don't count that. If you're playing a whole first quarter, I want to say, okay, how much rep did you have in that first quarter? What did you do? And everything we saw with Eli Manning was terrible. Terrible. Even with Odell Beckham Jr. Ryan Nassib, you saw he could do it in that offense because why? He has the escapability. He could make the offense last longer when the pocket crashes. I'm not saying he's the answer. It was the Bengals.
No. Like first, second team, third team. You got to watch it for the second team All-Stars in preseason. Some players could look way better than they really are versus a second team defense.
You know what? But I'll tell you this, Mike. Eli might have played against the backup defense on the Bengals. That's what I don't understand. But they would get through that offensive line. If it wasn't for the kid Flowers for face masking, Eli would have been swallowed up. I believe it was Pat Sims who got through. So, listen, this team, and again, I'm not saying because I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm just saying is bad all around. But you're right. They do have talent with Odell, Victor Cruz, Dwayne Howard. I don't like Ruben Randall at all. To me, he's a bust. But I do like Corby Washington. I like that kid. The kid can play. And David Dunlap's not bad. The Cowboys lost Orlando Scandrick last night towards ACL. I will say this: he was the best. He was the best slot corner on the team. Yes. I don't think the best outside corner.
Yeah, but it's this way. Your team is uniquely built to deal with that because if any man can take another player and fill it in and bend but don't break, it's Rod Marinelli. Rod Marinelli will never be a good head coach. 0-16, we've seen it. But you know what? Some people, he's like a Wade Phillips. You let him just do defense, and you will thrive. So, and you again, like you pointed out, and like we've seen, you guys got a lot of talent in the front seven now. I think it's big. It's big. Don't get me wrong, but since your O-line is solid, you can overcome it. The thing is, with the Giants, they got a lot more to overcome. And here's another thing I have to say. I struck a deal with Kendra D. Odell Beckham's statements are not feminine. Why? Because women give birth. And that's pretty much the toughest damn thing in the history of anything. If you haven't seen The Miracle of Life, let it ruin your weekend, then you'll understand. Therefore, Odell Beckham is just new age minstrelsy. He is not feminine. He's just soft serve. I'm sorry for
Soft serve.
He is soft. He is Mr. Softy Ice Cream. That is Odell Beckham Jr.
On that note,
well, Cooper's watching. Well, I'm sorry, Cooper's watching, man, and I wish Cooper was able to get on, but I want Cooper to answer on the wall real fast. You may not agree with what I said, Cooper, which is understandable, is my opinion. But do you agree what Odell Beckham did today in the interview? And that's what I want to ask you.
On that note, we're moving on to the last down. Catch you guys soon.